Battalion headquarters and service company position at Bulyok Elementary School, thus the completion of the insertion, relief in place, and deployment of forces. Pagalungan River or Mindanao River was specified as the limit of advance or LOA between 6 IB troops and the 8 MBLT, which was occupying the command center at the other side of the river, per coordinating instruction of 6 OC-CAN Brigade, where both battalions were off-con during the time. I hope klaro yung one. Klaro ba yan?
Okay.
Now, these are the wargaming. The wargaming that I have done in my mind and with my battalion staff regarding the defense of Bulyok Complex. The different levels of defense plans and concepts, I basically divided it into 2 levels. The brigade level, I was interpolating how the brigade commander thinks. And there was also some wargaming in my level as battalion commander. Now, this is the 6 OC-CAN Brigade overall Bulyok Complex defense plan and concepts in my interpretation. Now, the concept of operation of the brigade commander during the time in my reading. In review, 6 OC-CAN Brigade active defense concept of Bulyok Complex as a whole, considering the area which includes Barangay Kabasalan and other barangays in the immediate vicinities, tasked 3 major units in securing the same, that Bulyok Complex. First is the 8 MBLT, the 40 IB, and OPCON units, and the 6 Infantry Battalion with its OPCON units. 8 MBLT primary mission was to secure the MILF Command Center, which is located at Bulyok, Pagalungan Municipality side. Its AUR comprises all areas east of Pagalungan River up to Barangay Kudal, Pagalungan, and Maguindanao in the north, where a detachment of 40 IB was pre-positioned. Its south and east boundaries are undefined deep into the Liguasan Marsh. 40 IB will protect the northern and the western front, especially Barangay Kabasalan, Bulol, Bulod, Rajamuda, Talitay, and ensure that the west and north side of 6 IB, especially the MSR, will be cleared of enemy presence. And meanwhile, my battalion during the time, 6 IB, plus OPCON units, was tasked to hold and deny the BIAP, MILF, a part of Bulyok Complex, especially the western portion of Pagalungan River, more or less covering the area that stretches from Barangay Baguingid, Bulyok, and down south to Barangay Balonges or Pikit. The limit of advance of 8 MBLT and 6 IB, the units that focused at Bulyok Complex proper, by definition, is the Pagalungan or Mindanao River. Medium and long-range brigade mission is to develop Bulyok Complex in general and make the area conducive for economic development and a healthy habitat of its constituents. This is only my personal interpretation how the brigade level during the time secured the whole complex. I must have to relay because I have to interpret. Kasama ng mission analysis yan. Kasi subordinate commander ako as...
ano yung plano sa taas?
ano ang plano dito sa taas? Yun ang interpretation ko. In the overall. Now, what is the command relationship of these units doing the defense of the Bulyok Complex in general? Command relationship. Being both OPCON units to 6 OC-CAN Brigade, 8 MBLT, 40 IB, and 6 IB were at par. We were all at par. We were taking commands from the brigade commander, then Colonel Cardoso Luna. We were getting separate directions from 6 OC-CAN Brigade commander, having separate EORs, although sharing similar mission, which was to defend Bulyok Complex in general. However, 6 OC-CAN Brigade commander gave some freedom to 6 IB and 8 MBLT to initiate and come up with an integrated defense plan of Bulyok Complex proper, specifically on that constricted area immediately surrounding the GHQ of BIAP, MILF Command Center, based upon ours and enemy current situation obtaining that will influence military actions, both in defense and offense. Mayroong freedom of action kami doon nga how we can do and how we can perform our missions of defending the area. Now, if that was the brigade level plan of defense, here is my interpretation and implementation also. So this is the 6 IB plans and concepts in the defense of each assigned AOR within Bulyo Complex, which is from Barangay Baguingid into Balonges. Piket. Now the concept of operations. Based on mission analysis of hold and denial operations against the BIA, or Imailip intention to retake the assigned AOR of 6 IB within Bulyo Complex, I assessed for the propriety of sector and strong point in battle position defense as the most applicable concept on how to accomplish the mission. Yung sinabi ko sa iyo kanina. Base sa mission binili sa akin na yun, hold the train ang pinaka-the best doon talaga is sector defense in general. Specific is strong point. Pero yung strong point na naka-battle position din. Kasi I cannot occupy every inch of that 7 kilometers. Or otherwise, I could be a victim ng syndrome na tinatawag na you are found everywhere but strong to nowhere. So, kailangan mamimili talaga akong posisyon na criteria na kayang dipinsahan ng trupa ko. Which I think I was right. On sector defense at battalion level, we overemphasize the defense of the assigned sector of the battalion from Barangay Baguingid to Barangay Balonges, which is the AOR of 6 IB within Bulyo Complex. At company level, the line companies and battalion headquarters have an assigned sector, 6 sector also more or less 1 kilometer radius from the strong point in battle position. On strong point and in battle position, we selected the 3 mandatory positions as stated. We selected the 3 mandatory positions, which is Raja Muda, Balonges, and of course the battalion headquarters at Bulyok Elementary School. However, active mobile defense activities like routine clearing patrol of the MSR and the immediate vicinities of the battle positions are musts or automatic. Pag naka-defense ka, mayroon tayong tinatawag na proactive defense. Kasama na yung patrol doon. Kasama na yung counter-attack doon if necessary.
Automatic na yun.
Automatic yun. In fact, later you will find out na nag-counter-attack kami nung Pizza Tracy nung Marso. Now, on concept analysis, this is very important because this is the wargaming stage before the fight. With the assumption that we can hold out the 3 mandatory positions, meaning to say there at Raja Muda, and then Bulyok Elementary School at Balonges. Hence, of course, because we hold, we are not overrun by the enemy. Therefore, we practically accomplish our mission of holding the terrain. So what I mean is, kung ma-hold namin yung 3 battle position, yung 3 strong points na yun, na-hold namin ang terrain.
Accomplish yung mission.
Na-accomplish namin ang mission. Di ba? That was the minimum. To integrate with 8 MBLT in the wholesome defense of Bulyo Complex proper. If 8 MBLT can defend their position and secure the command center, therefore denying the MI left to take it over by force, the 8 MBLT could accomplish their mission likewise. That was the minimum also for the 8 MBLT. These 2 conditions are prerequisites to the successful defense of Bulyo Complex proper, and it is a must. Clearing, although ideal, is relatively not absolute and permanent, for the enemy is very mobile and most of the time invisible or regroup only in temporary basis. An area could be cleared only at a certain hour, but might be unsterilized after another 2 hours because of enemy initiative and mobility during that period. This is the scenario during the first and second phase of the fight, which will be elaborated later of this report. What were important and logical was the security of the 3 mandatory positions to include the MSR, for it was critical, decisive, determinant, and prerequisites to the accomplishment of the minimum mission of holding and denying the enemy to take the assigned sector at Bulyo Complex, especially the MSR. By retaining those 3 mandatory positions alive and kicking, plus the command center by the 8 MBLT, we can claim to have tangible control of Bulyo Complex. Klaro ba siya? Now, fires and maneuvers concept plan. The basic tactical plan to fight the enemy was bait and trap tactics. Our three mandatory positions will be the baits, while the attacking MILF forces will be the predators. That is our analogy of the fighting there. We were the baits and the predators will be the MILF. They will be allowed to attack at will and at their own choice of time. This may sound sacrificial, but it is given. Given na yan, nandiyan na kami. But once they will attack, our plan was to fight to the death, to defend our positions and maximize inflicting casualties to the real and visible attacking MILF forces with the use of all available weapons, from rifles, mortars, 105 howitzers, and airstrikes, in order to deliver the fatal blow. Probable enemy positions at the surroundings of the three mandatory positions or strong points will be registered as target reference points for force multipliers, the 105 and the bombs. This is most timely as enemy presence is confirmed. Looking for them is needless, hindi na kailangan yon. Dahil naka-announce na yun. Here, they are right in our own eyes, fighting physically. The only requirement here is for our defense line to withstand the attack and entertain the attackers in a longer fighting time to allow the force multipliers to maximize in the neutralization of the enemy, hence the trap. Naglalaro yun sa isip ko habang kung paano ko gagawin yung away. So, ang tawag ko niyan is bait and trap tactics. Just like what I have explained to you, for me, doing the initiative of attacking, looking for them at the Mars, mas disadvantageous yun.
Knowledge of the terrain, sir.
Knowledge of the terrain. Patay kayo doon. At saka isa pa, you are attacking a force that you do not know where. Hindi mo alam kung nasaan. So, ibig sabihin, parang ka lang naglalakad doon sa, naghintay ka doon ng mambos, naghintay ka makumunoy. Lalo na kung bakbakan ka na nandyan sa tubig.
Kawawa ka talaga, sir. Alam nila kung saan ka i-ambush.
Ama yun. That is not courage. That is not bravery anymore. That is plain and simple. Matiti na yan. Or trying to be snappy. Trying to impress that you are brave. where in fact there is an easy way of fighting. Wait for them. Kanya-kanya style yan eh. Anyway, that is the same fighting. Di ba? Whether you are going to wait in your battle position for the enemy, still, if you want fighting, darating din yan eh. Nag-announce na sila, nag-attack na sila eh. Di ba? At saka when you're in defense, it is easier to defend when the attacking force is guerrilla. Dahil wala silang tinatawag na
Force multiplier.
Force multiplier. Kahit alam ng kalaban, kung nasaan location mo, guerrilla naman yan. Cover ka kunti barricade, lagpas ang bala. Ang nakakatakot lang dyan talaga is yung high angle fire sila. Ano yun? RPG sa mortar. Anong solusyon doon?
Bunkers.
Bunker. Anong ginagawa ng chinso? At saka yung mga coconuts. That will solve the problem. Di ba? Pero when the enemy is a conventional force just like us, delikado yan kung magbabanggir-banggir ka dyan. Kasi mayroon na siyang kanyon. Mayroon siyang bomba. Mobile defense is still the best. You know? So lahat yan depende sa sitwasyon. Ito nga. I will continue. Battalion in force conducting clearing operations or limited offensive operations against an uncertain enemy position is impractical and illogical for their locations are unknown. Hinulat ko talaga ito noon. Deliberate and decisive attacks are at its best only when the exact location of enemy formation or camp is given. Kung alam natin kung nasaan yung one, that is the best na. That was the case when 602nd Brigade captured Bulyo Complex proper. Last, pwede natin sabihin, 9 to 14 of February 2003. But this is not the current situation now. Hindi itong situation ngayon. Sa ngayon, hindi natin alam kung nasaan ang kalaban. Ang kalaban ang nakakalam kung nasaan tayo. Baliktad na ngayon. It is totally the reverse. The enemy is invisible and nowhere to be found. Di mo makikita. Saan nagigirila na sila eh. They will just come at their own choice of time. Secondly, the bait and trap tactics was very applicable. For waiting on the enemy to attack was not a problem. There will be no waste of time waiting for them to attack. For they have announced it openly. Naka-announce. Sinabi sa radio. Sinabi sa internet. Mag-attack sila. So, to my mind, to my wargaming, defense or offense, that is the same fight. Pareho ring away yan. Diba? Here, our troops are given that rare opportunity to fix, to fight, and destroy the armed group of the Biak. Trap ang kailangan. Now, this is the defense plan and concept of the three mandatory positions of 6IB. The operational concept of the three mandatory positions of 6IB is primarily anchored on defense of sector under strong point in battle position concept. They will fortify their respective positions and the men must fight to the death as there are no other safer grounds except the position they will occupy. Surrounded eh. Surrounded. Assuming that these positions will be encircled, fleeing from the strong point in battle position to anywhere in order to retreat is impractical. Wala rin gamit. Kasi kung lalabas ka sa battle position mo, pupunta ka doon somewhere, mahuli ka pa, surrounded eh. Napuno na mahilip yung bulyok during that time.
Depends ka lang talaga.
Depends ka talaga. Overhead protector talaga kailangan.
So, kukunat.
Beleaguered position will always wait for reinforcement from battalion or higher quarters. Counter-attack is on call basis, depending upon the relative combat power of our troops in defense vis-a-vis the attacking enemy. Yung counter-attack, hindi talaga mawala yan. Mayroon yan. You cannot win fighting by defending.
There's always attack, sir.
Oh. Kailangan may counter-attack. Kailangan may offensive sa party natin in order to win. But there are many ways also in order to attack. Attack it by infantry. Attack it by armor. But you can attack also by using artillery. Attract the enemy. Massacre them. Oh, kill them. Di ba? That is still an attack using force multiplier. Ang objective doon, inflict, destroy the enemy, destroy the will to fight. No? Kung marami tayong mapatay sa kanyon, at saka sa bomba,
Masisiya.
yung will to fight ng kalaban, magigiba talaga. Tulad nangyayari nito, actually yung program nila is, yung Upland 0 hour nila is 10 days. Ano nangyayari? 4 na araw pa. Nag-withdraw na sila, nag-retrograde na sila. They get out from the battle area. Why? Hindi nila matiis yung casualties. Daming patay dyan eh. Mahilip eh. If you flee in the battlefield, it is an indication that you lost in that particular fighting. Of course, they will be coming back some other day just like now. It doesn't matter. Basta in that particular fighting lang, laya sila. Their will to fight destroyed. Six IB implementation and preparation for the defense. Seeing the battlefield, at 17, 14, 50 February 03, I, together with the battalion operation officer, Lieutenant Joseph Flores, went with the Bravo Company on its insertion at Barangay Balunges to view the operational area and in order to study the terrain in terms of Ococa. Lieutenant Flores personally went in the insertion of Alpha Company at Barangay Cudal for the same purpose. This company was later pulled out and repositioned at Barangay Baguingin last 22 February 2003 due to tactical priorities. Ako mismo nag-iikot noon. Normal na, automatic na yan, seeing battlefield. Doctrinally, talagang ginagawa rin yung sa doon sa ground. Now, readjustment and the deployment of 6 IB line companies. Mayroong mga readjustment na ginawa dito. The battalion maintained 3 mandatory positions to gain a greater room for maneuver, both in offense and defense. Firstly, with Bravo Company at Barangay Balunges, it was tactically selected due to the following reasons. Yung detachment doon sa Balunges ng Barangay Balunges ng Bravo Company, mayroon talaga mga rason kung bakit nilagay yun. First, the position of Bravo Company there was to guard the western flank of 8 MBLT. The rebels should be denied of the terrain to free the 8 MBLT of enemy attack from the west direction across the river. Second, Bravo Company guards the southern wing of the battalion headquarters. Third, to control both Pagalungan River and the feeder road, the two critical key terrain from the rebels' avenue of approach coming from south direction. The enemy should be denied of the river, their highway. Kasi ginagawang highway ng rebelde noon, yung Pagalungan River or yung Mindanao River. Pambot sila eh. Hindi na nila magamit yung road kasi may mga sundalo na doon na nakaumang.
Waterways na sila lahat, sir.
Enemy pambots are the primary transportation used in their movement, like in the transport of MILF fighters and reinforcement in terms of personnel and war material, etc. The feeder road that passes through Barangay Balunges is used by both Bravo Company and 8 MBLT as their aims are towards Poblacion Piquet and must be secured. Mandatory talaga yun. Now, secondly, how about Alpha Company? Alpha Company was relocated at 22/12/30 February 2003 from Barangay Kudal, Pagalungan at the eastern bank of the river to a new position at the MSR at Barangay Bayuinged, the west bank of the river, thereby putting all 6 IB line companies and headquarters in the same riverside. With this relocation, Alpha Company was utilized principally to guard the MSR of 6 IB and 8 MBLT and going to Poblacion Piquet, where the division and the 6 Osikan and Marine Brigade trains are located. Doon sa Poblacion Piquet, nandoon ang division train, nandoon ang brigade trains.
Very essential yung MSR na yun, sir.
Critical talaga yung MSR na yun, yung along the river, yung road na yun west of the river, na parang boulevard, essential yun. Parang Balunges into the one. Other than catering yun, critical terrain pa yun. Importante talaga siya. Third, to guard the north wing of 6 IB headquarters against an assumed enemy attack from west direction. Fourth, to establish continuity and contiguity of the security line with 40 IB at the northern area. May 40 IB doon sa unahan.
Sa taas nyo na, sir.
Sa taas na yun. Kailangan makakunik kami doon. Ang kinatakutan kasi namin yung mga ambush in between nangyayari.
Sige, sir.
Sige. Fifth, to control the northern enemy approach that will be using Pagalungan River or Mindanao River. Sixth, this position was later used as the base of the directional radio while the other one was at 6 IB Battalion Headquarters of Bulyok Military School. Yung posisyon ng Alpha Company doon ko nilagay yung
Isa, sir.
yung directional radio, yung R7000.
Yung isa din sa inyo, sir.
No, yung isa sa intersection. The intersection is the grid coordinate of the enemy. Target 105. Thirdly, battalion headquarters was on a status quo at Bulyok Elementary School due to the following reasons. First, it is the terrain which is supposed to be defended. Second, it is in the gravity center of Bulyok complex where command and control is accessible. Third, there are structures which can be used as temporary housing for battalion impediments, especially on ammunitions and computers. Fourth, it is proximate to 8 MBLT where it can coordinate with the tasks of mutual and joint defense of Bulyok complex proper at either side of the river. Fifth, for the survival of 8 MBLT, 6 IB units at the western half occupying the 3 mandatory positions must hold the terrain for it is the MSR of 8 MBLT. Yung survival at 8 MBLT east of the river lies in the hands of 6 IB kasi kami ang nagkukontrol, nag-secure ng MSR. Doon madaan ang bala nila, doon madaan ang pagkain nila. 8 MBLT. Fourthly, Charlie Company, which was placed upon the Task Force Tugis, was requested for return to 6 IB last 01 March 2003 to to reinforce the battalion against the monitored impending attack by the Mailen. It was approved on 08 March 03. It rejoined the battalion main body by 11 March. Tagal ko nang ni-request yun. 1 March pa, na-approve na 7 days later. Yung mayroon na talagang gira-gira na.
Hindi pa yata ibigay kung hindi miniature.
Hindi, walang. Mataas lang yung threshold ng mga commander. Kahit na magulo na, sabi na, wala pa yan. Kaya pa yan. Lahat tayo mayroong syndrome na ganyan eh. Nangyayari yan kung grabe ng exposure sa fire ng mga commander noong araw. Pag expose na masyado yan, mataas ang threshold of pain ba? The threshold of danger. For example, a certain danger, sa isang tao na wala ganong exposure, dangerous na yun. Pero sa isang tao nga bugbog sarado na nung araw pa, okay pa yan. Kaya pa yan. Lahat tayo mayroong mga, gano'n yan. The second recon company which was placed OPCON to 6IB effective 17 February was utilized as battalion security and reserve force. It was co-located at battalion headquarters and given the battalion defense sector facing east of the river. Meron pa akong ibang mga kwan dito, pinagagawa. Yung fortification of the defense position. Nag-fortify talaga kami. It includes the fortification of the 3 mandatory positions occupied by Alpha, Bravo, and battalion headquarters. Barricades, foxholes, and trenches were hastily constructed to increase survivability of troops. Mayroon pa kami mga concertina wires noon. Na-request ko dati sa HPA, 600 meters.
Perimeter talaga.
Ha?
Parang perimeter.
Pang-perimeter yung anti-gapang ba? Maraming nagagapang eh.
Suyak-suyak, sir.
Kasama na lahat yun. On SIGINT preparations. SIGINT preparations includes installation of 2 types of useful radio network, a directional radio basis to intersect enemy location, and 0-2N radio base to monitor compositions of the enemy. Hence, these were requested from higher quarters. Later, may RDF binigay ang division sa akin.
Yun
Binigyan
yung
mo rin.
pang-gamit of target, sir.
Yun talaga ang the most effective yung RDF during that time. During the time, there was only 1 RDF, the whole division. Pinahiram sa akin yun. Ni Gerald Singa, ang division commander.
Ba dapat dalawa yun, sir?
Armor preparation. The undersigned intend to have extra assets of armor units forecasting that this will play an important role in future battle in that operational environment. The terrain of its assigned area from Barangay Baguingid to Balunge sa Bulyo Complex, which is plain, favors perfectly for mechanized infantry operations. Hence, this were requested from higher quarters. On fire support preparations, 6IB in coordinations with 8 MBLT na defense of Bulyo Complex proper, arranged for coordinated fires. Pre-fire and no-fire zones were designated. Target reference points were pinpointed. It was necessary due to limitations of gun target lines and danger close probable enemy positions. The enemy is expected to maneuver and insert between troop positions, taking advantage of cover and concealment. 6IB Battalion Headquarters and Bravo Company pre-arranged targets at the immediate vicinities of 8 MBLT, both for mortars and 105 likewise. Similarly, 8 MBLT will have to support Bravo Company, especially in its southern flank, which was on gun target line from Battalion Headquarters, 6IB. To maximize, mortars and 105mm howitzers will be utilized both in direct support to engage troops or by interdiction fires to enemy withdrawals, reinforcements on rear areas. Now, on airstrike preparations, airstrikes were planned to support troops in 2 ways. Airstrikes on direct support, which will be directed to identified enemy attack positions while engaging our troops. The second one was airstrikes interdiction fires directed against MI left rear areas that house their command and control, communications, reinforcements, and resupply. All pump boats to be found in the river, creeks, and marshes, going in and out from Bulyo Complex, on standby or mobile, empty or loaded, any time of the day, must be wiped out because they are all accessories to the defense, to the offense. This is most especially if those pump boats will be discovered inclusive vertical grid line 8996 and horizontal grid line 6574. The suspected rebel rare areas, which is no other than the Ligwasan Marsh. Pilots will be having their own choice to strike, whether by bombs or machine guns, as appropriate at their own free will at this interdiction area. Ganyan talaga yan. For example, mayroong enkwentro dito sa Ligwasan area. May enkwentro dito. Ang daming nagpupuntang pambot dyan. Papasok, labas.
Supply tsaka
Yung-
reinforcement yun.
Yeah. Yung papasok, additional troops, supply yun, logistics yun, bala, pagkain, tropa, mga presko yun. Dapat yun, bakbakan yun. Para hindi na makarating, hindi na makajoin sa battle area. Yung palabas naman, dapat bakbakan din yun. Kasi nagdala ng casualties yun. Kailangan hindi rin makarating sa ospital.
So, ang MSR nila yun, sir, is river.
River talaga. Creeks, streams. Yan talaga. Expert na ako dyan sa fighting niya sa Ligwasan Marsh. Si Lieutenant pa ko nandyan. Babalik-balik lang yung style nila dyan sa away. Ganun lang naman yun. Ito, wargaming and enemy attack scenarios. May mga scenarios to sa analysis namin. The following are tactical scenarios relevant to 6IB in the defense of peace assigned AOR and positions at the west bank of Pagalungan River from Barangay Baguingin, Bulyok to Barangay Balonges, Olo Pikit. Based from the disposition of troops of 6IB, condition 1 was a probable course of action of the Himaylet. Ito yung condition 1. On condition 1, they're going to attack partially by positioning only one sector, which is the eastern bank of Pagalungan River. Ibig ko sabihin yan, kung ang kalaban doon nagposisyon on the other side of the river, kasi kami, nandito kami sa west bank of the river. Pag ang kalaban nandoon lang sa kabila, yan ang condition 1. May impact yan eh. Here, it is assumed that complementary attack coming from the west the river is non-existent. Ibig sabihin, I'm not expecting for complementary
Side
attack.
ng river.
Meaning say, same side. Isang side lang sila, doon lang sa eastern bank of the river.
North of Marines yan, sir.
Bali, north of the Marines. It is an easier job. To my assumption, it is an easier job. It is analyzed that the intention of the enemy is plain, simple harassment and to entertain us as a secondary effort, while their main effort is ongoing. They attack at it in BLT, which is the east bank of the river. Ang purpose ng isa nila rito is just to inflict casualties over us. Pero walang plano yan na mag-assault. Kasi bakit proposition sila doon? Mayroong obstacle na river. Walang plano mag-assault yun. Gira-gira lang yun. Mag-inflict lang casualties yun. Wala yun. It is implied that they will take advantage of Pagalungan River as obstacle against troops, probable counter-attack and assault. Inassume ko nga, takot sa sundalo yun. Kasi,
Nasa kabilang river, sir.
nasa kabilang river. Natakot sila ng counter-attack. Para hindi tayo maka-counter-attack, nagpa-protect na sila sa obstacle, which is the river. On condition 2, condition 1 yung una, no? Itong condition 2, the enemy will position anywhere at the west bank of Pagalungan River, just to close in with our troops' battle position. This could be viewed in two ways. It could be serious if the enemy is stronger and has the capability to overrun any of the three mandatory positions. However, it could be advantageous to the defenders if otherwise, such that we can easily withstand, repel the attack, make a counter-attack, and rout the attacker. Kasi wala nang obstacle eh. We are on the same side eh. To note, being on the same side with the river, there will be no more obstacles for either side to assault, to consummate everything, depending upon the relative combat power of the two opposing forces.
Kung sino yung mas lamang, sir, siya yung maka-assault.
Siya mag-assault. Iyon ang sugal doon. Ang last condition, yung on condition 3, the enemy will position both sides of the river in order to attack any of our battle positions at the west bank of Pagalungan River. This condition is a combination of condition 1 and condition 2. Kasi nandiyan na sila sa both sides of the river. This is the most serious concern, for it means total encirclement of the three positions of 6 Highway. Here it is assumed that the MSR will be cut off between positions. And then relative combat power between the defenders and the attacking MILF force counts a lot for the success and failure of the defense. Another factor that will influence here is the duration of the encirclement and the length of time the defenders can withstand enemy attack. Another variable is the rate of fire of our soldiers and the amount of ammo necessary to sustain a long fight. However, troops have that leeway in terms of reinforcement from higher quarters. Maraming mga kuha nito may mga condition explain. Relatedly, the critical point of 8 MBLT in order to sustain its fight was its link with Bravo Company 6IB and the MSR, where its supply lines emanate. The survival of 8 MBLT depends so much on how tenacious will 6IB retain and defend its battle position that holds the MSR. If 6IB collapse, 8 MBLT will be isolated. Isolate talaga sila. Collapse na kami. They are marooned and alone at that marsh east bank of the river. 8 MBLT cannot withstand and sustain long fight unless sufficiently resupplied.